All right, so here in the lower arm, okay, you'll notice we have the thin brachioradialis over here. And just to show you, this one was cut as well. I just tried to do my best to kind of piece it back together so you can see that thin brachioradialis muscle. Next, you're going to see somewhat of a thicker chunk of muscle here. And it is a little bit thicker because it's actually two muscles together. This is going to be the extensor carpi radialis, but there is an extensor carpi radialis longus, which is the one on the top. And then you have the extensor carpi radialis brevis, which is going to be on the underneath side here. Okay, but you can just refer to them both together as the extensor carpi radialis. Longus on the top side, brevis on the bottom side. You can try to separate them, but it is pretty difficult to separate them. I would just keep them together as the extensor carpi radialis. Then moving over, you're going to have a muscle that is much thicker up towards the elbow and then kind of thins out as you go down along the forearm. That is the pronator teres. So that's your pronator muscle. Then next to that, we have one of the flexors. So hopefully by this point you've seen how easy it is to kind of separate these muscles out. Once you get them out of that connective tissue wrapping, it's pretty easy to separate them. So this is the flexor carpi radialis. Then moving over, we have this nice, big, thick, kind of wide, you can see that shiny connective tissue on the surface. This is the palmaris longus, and you can see that nice shiny tendon on the surface going right down into what would be the palm. And then on this side of the palmaris longus, you have the flexor carpi ulnaris. So again, just kind of work your way around. Now I started from what would be on the thumb side. So you'd have all the radial muscles on this side. Brachioradialis, extensor carpi radialis, longus, brevis, the pronator, flexor carpi radialis, palmaris longus, and flexor carpi ulnaris. So remember, the flexors are mainly going to be on the anterior side. So if you think of our arms and how we would be in an anatomical position, the front part of our forearm, okay, would be here. So typically this would be an anatomical position, would be kind of with the palms down that way. It's not letting you move all the way, so you're kind of holding it, making a flexed elbow, but still having the anterior part front. So all the flexors are going to be anterior, and all the extensors are going to be posterior on the back.